Namaste, welcome to Geeta's Kitchen. Today I'll show you a complete diabetic diet plan for the whole day, and I've tried to see that it is easy, healthy, tasty and as close to your regular diet as possible. So on waking up, the first thing you have is this soaked methi seeds. I have taken a cup of methi seeds, soaked them in water, kept them overnight and I stored them in the fridge. So every morning on waking up, take a teaspoon of this methi seeds along with the water and chew it and have it. It is not too bitter at all. And also take a glass of water on an empty stomach. After this, go for a walk, minimum 45 minutes. On coming back from your walk, say around 7 o'clock, you can have a cup of coffee or tea, whichever you are used to taking, usually coffee, tea or green tea. If you are used to taking coffee with milk, just take 100 ml of milk and have your coffee, but don't add any sugar to it. Take some fresh decoction, add hot milk, and your coffee is ready. Your steaming hot cup of coffee to start the day is ready. Next is breakfast. For breakfast, I have planned this Daliya or wheat rava or broken wheat upma. Now this broken wheat is full of fiber, it is very good, and we are going to add some vegetables also to it. I have taken some cabbage, a little bit of peas, curry leaves, ginger, green chillies and onions, and make this upma. So first of all, we need to dry roast this broken wheat. Is the medium size one, not the very large size. Dry roast it for about 5 minutes. It has roasted very well. Note the change in color. Also you get a good aroma. Do it over a slow flame with constant stirring. You should not burn the wheat rava. In some areas they also refer to it as lapsi, wheat rava, godam rava, broken wheat. They are all the same thing. Next, heat some oil in a pan. Add some mustard seeds, Uraddal, 1 dry red chilli, when the dal is become a reddish brown color, add in the other items, that is the curry leaves, green chilli, ginger, chopped onions, and stir them together. When the onions become transparent, add some chopped cabbage and just 1 tablespoon of green peas I have taken. These are frozen peas, and again stir them together. Now we can add some salt to this. Stir it till the vegetables are also done. Now the vegetables are done, we can add some water to it. I took 1 measure of this wheat rava. So whichever measure you take, with the same measure, you take 3 cups of water or 3 measures of water. We'll wait for this to come to a boil and then add this roasted rava. Today I had cabbage and capsicum with me, cabbage and peas with me, and I have added. But if you have beans, carrots, capsicum, Other vegetables also you can add depending on whatever you have at home. A good cook should be flexible enough to make a good meal with available ingredients. The water has started boiling now. Slowly sprinkle this rava with one hand and keep stirring with the other hand. Mix it thoroughly, then cover it, reduce the flame and cook it for another 5 minutes. Now let's open it and check. It's done. I switched it off. See, all the water has been absorbed and you have lovely fluffy upma ready to be served. Our vegetable Daliya upma is now ready to be served. This is some takkali chutney or tomato kara chutney. You'll find the recipe for this in my playlist under idli and chutneys. So you can serve it with this chutney. This has only tomatoes, onions, dry red chilli, chana dal, Uraddal, which have all been fried together and ground into a chutney. So we are done with our breakfast too. Let's say you have taken your breakfast around 8:30. Now around 11 o'clock, which is mid-morning time, you will tend to get a little hungry. So for that we are going to have buttermilk. Here I have taken some curd, diluted it water and I am churning it well. I am adding a few curry leaves to it. Curry leaves have got great medicinal value. So the few leaves you add in most of the things, it's of great benefit to your health. Also adding a pinch of salt and this roasted and powdered jeera, that also a pinch. That greatly enhances the flavor. So a nice, refreshing, cool glass of healthy, tasty buttermilk for your mid-morning snack. If you are working, you just can carry it in a bottle, a steel water bottle and take it with you. If you are not able to have buttermilk at your workplace, then at this 11 o'clock time, you can have any fruit, say sweet lime, or if you have access to green tea, you can have. Next, we'll get ready for lunch. For lunch, today we are going to use this hand pounded rice. This is what it looks like. This is hand pounded rice. It's got a brown color. Very good for health because the outer bran layer is retained. So a lot of nutrients are there. This is much better than your white rice, which is just polished rice minus all the nutrients. So I have taken a cup of that rice and soaked it for about half an hour. This is tur dal. I have taken half cup and also soaked it. Now this is kabuli chana, which I have soaked overnight and kept because we are going to serve this as a sundal during tea time. So when we are going to pressure cook this, we can pressure cook this also along with it and keep it ready. Need not do the pressure cooking again. So to the dal, add a pinch of turmeric, and to the kabuli chana also you can add a little bit of turmeric and some salt to this. Now we'll place everything in the pressure cooker one by one. Kabuli chana, tur dal and the rice. For 1 cup of this rice I have taken 2.5 cups of water. We are going to keep it in the pressure cooker and cook it for 3 whistles. Now while the rice is being done, let us make the vegetable. I have planned to make a burial or a dry sabji using this bittergourd. I am sure you all know what a bittergourd looks like. I have washed it and sliced it. Two of these bittergourds I have taken. Now this is a steamer, and if you don't have this steamer, in any pot you can take, steam some of, boil some water and add the chopped or sliced vegetables to it and allow it to steam. So irrespective of which vegetable you are making, if you use this method, your oil consumption will be very low. So it's a good idea for weight watchers, diabetics, people with heart problems, anybody who wants to reduce the oil, use the steaming method of cooking vegetables. Now it is 10 minutes. Let's open this and check. See, it has steamed very well. Next, just heat a little bit of oil in a pan. Add mustard seeds, Uraddal, and 2 dry red chillies. Today I am going to use a few onions also. If you don't want to add onions, you can omit them. Stir it together. Add the steamed bittergourd to it. So whichever vegetable you are making, whether it is bittergourd, cabbage, cluster beans, whatever vegetable you have planned for the day, steam it like this. Now if you don't have this kind of steamer, just take any large kadai or vessel with a lid. Keep water in the vessel and then you can use this idli plate or any other plate also. Keep your chopped vegetables in this, cover it and steam it for 10 minutes. This way you will save a lot of oil in cooking and it is a very healthy form of cooking. Otherwise we will be using lot of oil to fry the onions and then again oil to fry the bittergourd. Next, add some turmeric powder to this and also 1 teaspoon of this is sambar powder. If you don't have sambar powder, add chilli powder and dhania powder. I have sambar powder, so I have used that. And also salt. Mix everything together and allow it to cook for a couple of minutes till done. To reduce the bitterness, we also add some tamarind juice to this, just a handful. Again, fry it till it is done. Let's check the bittergourd sabji. See, the tamarind juice has been absorbed and the bittergourd and onions have all been cooked very well. The dry sabji is done. We can remove this onto our serving bowl. The next item on our menu for lunch is Bittergourd. Bittergourd is similar to a sambar in the sense, but there is no dal added to it. And we are going to make it using these okras or ladies' fingers. We'll use the same pan, no problem. I had soaked a large lemon size ball of tamarind in water and kept it earlier. So now add some oil to this, about a tablespoon of oil. Add some mustard seeds, a teaspoon of tur dal, some methi seeds, dry red chillies, and then we'll add in these chopped okra. Stir fry them all together. Along with this, we'll add sambar powder also. About 2 to 3 teaspoons we can add. Also some asafoetida. Now stir fry them all together for 2 to 3 minutes. Add a few curry leaves and then this tamarind extract you pour it into this. See, from the same tamarind extract we had taken out a handful and used it for the bittergourd sabji. The remaining we are making it into the Bittergourd. Again, this okra or lady's finger is very good for diabetics because of its fiber content too. Add salt and allow it to come to a boil till the vegetables are well cooked. Our vettakulambu has boiled well. You can see it has reduced in quantity and also the consistency it has thickened. The vegetables have also cooked. At this stage you can switch it off and we'll transfer it. Meanwhile, I have opened the pressure cooker and taken out the rice, dal and the chana. So rice will keep aside. The excess water I have drained out from both the dal and the chana. I am reserving it here. At night you can make a clear soup from it. Just add some salt and pepper powder and whatever vegetables you have, maybe a few pieces of cabbage or beans, whatever you have, you can boil it and add it to this. No addition of any cream or butter or anything with a high fat content. It should be just a clear soup. Next item for lunch, we are going to make palak dal. Here I have taken 2 small bunches of palak, cleaned, washed, chopped and kept ready. Our dal is cooked and ready. I have some onions and tomatoes chopped. So what we'll do, again heat a little bit of oil. Add in the chopped onions and tomatoes. Stir them together. Next, add in the chopped palak and we'll cook everything together till the palak is also well done. Add some salt to this. Very small amount of chilli powder. The palak or spinach will cook very fast. Secondly, I have not added any extra water because the palak itself will give out water and then the water from the tomatoes. So you can just lightly mash this a bit. Next we'll add in some cooked tur dal to this. Mix it all together and just allow it to come to a boil once again. Then your palak dal is also done. I did not add all the dal to that. I have reserved a small portion because I want to use it for my dinner recipe, to use it along with the vegetable. So I am keeping it here. See, the palak has also cooked well. Now all we have to do is the tempering for this palak dal. Let's remove this now. Add some mustard seeds, cumin seeds. In just less than a teaspoon of oil and add it to the palak dal. Our diabetic friendly lunch is ready. You can have either rice or rotis for lunch, but being a typical South Indian or people who typically love to eat rice, please use this hand pounded rice or the brown rice, which is much better nutritionally than your milled rice. It is a storehouse of B1, B2, B3, B6, potassium, calcium, magnesium and so many other vitamins. It is low in glycemic index and very good for health, full of fiber too. Main thing you should remember is always include some kind of greens in your diet, whether palak or amaranth, maybe as a gravy like this, as a dal, as a gravy, as a dry sabji, or even as a soup you can include. So this is very essential. See that you have more vegetables and out of that one should be a green vegetables. See that you always include a salad. Here I have some cucumber here. Whatever you have for salad vegetables you can add here. Again, normally our rice is constituting about half the quantity and others are less. Just to give you a visual idea of how an ideal diabetic diet should be, see, you replace this, the quantity now. The brown rice is now less and then increase the quantities of your palak dal and your vegetables. This way, it's a very simple and easy way to have a healthy diet. I have given some curd and this Bittergourd also, and of course you can have a glass of buttermilk with your meal, which will aid in digestion. Let's say you had your lunch at 12:30 or 1. Now around 5 in the evening, when you have completed your office work and you're coming back home, you feel hungry, you want a light snack. Don't reach out for those fried snacks. Have a healthy snack. We have already boiled this kabuli chana and kept ready. So we'll make a simple sundal. Heat about a teaspoon of oil. Add some mustard seeds, Uraddal, dry red chilli, a little bit of curry leaves, my hing dabba or asafoetida is over. I'll have to buy some more, and then add in this boiled chana to it. Remember, we have already added salt and haldi to the chana when we pressure cooked it. So you taste it and see, and if required, just add a little bit of salt. That's it. Just stir it for a few minutes. See, now all the water has evaporated. You can just add a few finely chopped coriander leaves also to this. I wish I had some raw mango with me. Raw mango added to the sundal gives an awesome taste. If you have, you can add it. And your sundal is ready. You can find the recipes for a number of sundals under my Navratri recipes in my playlist. You will find number of sundal recipes. You can have a wide variety. See, this is just a sample. For your 5 o'clock snack, you can have a sundal, or you can make something like a bhel. And of course, it is always important to have fruits every day. So either you have small quantity of sundal and also a musambi, that is sweet lime, or papaya or apple, whatever fruit is available at home for you, you can have that. Or even without sundal, have only the fruit also, that is also good. But please remember to include fruits in your diet. Now we are ready to start making our dinner preparations. Dinner is going to be very simple. We are going to have rotis and a cabbage masala gravy. So I had already kneaded the dough for roti and kept it aside. I have rolled it out and we just make the rotis now. The rotis are done, we'll keep it aside. Next, we'll make the vegetable side dish. Take about a tablespoon of oil in a pan. These are a few onions which I have chopped. Lightly fry them. Add a few pieces of ginger, 2 green chillies, I have slit them whole. Curry leaves. Next, 1 tomato I have chopped, 1 ripe tomato. We'll add that also. This is some split moong dal which I had soaked about an hour ago. So I'm going to add it. Soaking helps the dal to cook faster. Next we'll add salt. Some turmeric powder. Just raw cabbage. I have not yet steamed it. Just raw cabbage. I have chopped it and I am adding it to this. Add a spoon of sambar powder to this. So you see, this sambar powder which we make traditionally comes in for a wide variety of uses and not just for making sambar alone. So it's a kind of a general masala which we have at home, which we use in many mix everything together and add some water to it. Cover it and cook till the dal and vegetables are done. Now let's open this and see. The moong dal has cooked well. The vegetable is also well cooked. Now this is that remaining cooked dal from what we had cooked for lunch. I am going to add that also, the tur dal also to this. Again, give everything a good mix. Finally, this is garam masala powder. You can just add a small teaspoon of this. It gives a good flavor to it. And we can switch it off. Heat a teaspoon of oil for the tempering. To this we'll add some mustard seeds, cumin seeds, a little bit of hing, and pour it over this sabji. So our dinner is also ready now. We have our rotis, cabbage sabji, and this is a little bit of raita I have made with some grated cucumber because it is summer time and it is good to have some cool cucumber, so I have made that. And this is some kind of a clear soup I made with that dal water which we had reserved. I just added some salt and pepper powder to it, crushed a few garlic cloves and coriander leaves to be served along with dinner. There are just 2 things I want to tell you. These are diabetic friendly recipes. But even others in the family can still eat this. It's not that they should not have. That is why I have made the recipe such that it is as close to the regular food that we have. Secondly, for lunch today I made this hand pounded rice. But if you are not a person who eats rice, no problem. Just replace it with 2 or 3 rotis and have it along with vegetables. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. Please subscribe to Geeta's Kitchen, share the video with your family and friends, and don't forget to tap the bell icon for notification about my latest videos. Thank you.